Are you an international landlord looking to rent out your property in London? Managing a rental property in the UK can be both rewarding and challenging. And if you've got questions, then stay tuned as I share my top tips to make the process smooth and stress-free. Hi everyone, thanks for joining my YouTube channel. Let's dive in. Tip number 1 is to understand your responsibilities as a landlord in the UK. The UK has strict rental regulations to protect tenants, from deposit protection schemes to right-to-rent checks. You'll need to comply with safety standards like gas and electric safety certificates. There are over 170 points of compliance for landlords. Failing to meet these requirements could lead to hefty fines or legal trouble. Also, there's a new renters reform bill working its way through Parliament, which will grant even more rights to tenants. Drop me a message if you'd like to know more about how this may impact you and your investment. Tip number 2, work with a lettings agent and a property manager. If you're based abroad, you will want a local lettings and property manager to look after your asset. They'll handle tenant screenings, rent collection, maintenance issues, and legal compliance, so you don't have to worry about time zone issues or unexpected emergencies. Ideally, choose an agent who's accredited by the Association of Residential Lettings Agents and Property Mark or another reputable organization. Tip number 3 is to set up a tax strategy. As a non-residential landlord, you'll need to understand the UK tax implications. Rental income is taxable, and you may need to register for the non-residential landlord scheme to collect your full net profits on a regular basis. If you'd like to know more about the NRLS scheme, please drop me a message. It's best to work with a tax advisor to optimize your strategy and to ensure compliance with HMRC's regulations. You don't want any surprises at the end of the tax year, so make sure to stay on top of things. Tip number 4 is to have a solid tenancy agreement. Clear and well-defined tenancy agreement is essential to protect both you and your tenant. It should outline rent payment terms, maintenance responsibilities, and any break clauses. Most tenancies will qualify to be an assured short-hold tenancy, and an AST can be used. This is a standard agreement that outlines the critical rights and responsibilities of both the landlord and tenant. Tenancies that are ASTs provide strict processes for serving notices and evictions. Tip number 5 is to plan for property maintenance and management. Properties require upkeep, and things will inevitably break. Properties are living, breathing spaces that must be looked after. If you're not in the country, make sure you have a reliable property manager or a network of trusted contractors who can go handle repairs quickly. A well-maintained property keeps tenants happy and preserves your investment. It can reduce vacancies and make sure you're getting rent on a regular basis without a lot of issues and headaches. Tip number 6 is to budget accordingly. As part of your investment, make sure to set funds aside for repairs and maintenance. And while tenants are responsible to pay council tax, if your part of an ownership involves service charges, you won't be able to pass this along to tenants, and so you'll need to factor this in as part of your ownership expenses. Next up is tip number 7, which is to consider furnishing your property. Furnished or unfurnished, that is the question. That depends on your target tenants. Corporate renters and short-term tenants often prefer furnished properties, while long-term tenants may want to bring their own furniture. Also, it might depend on the term of the rental contract. For example, tenants who are overseas students often are going to be expecting that the property is furnished. Imagine, those are going to be probably the most transient people, so they're not going to want to have to spend money every time they move. Understanding the market demand will help you maximize rental income, so it's important to also have a pulse on if furnished versus unfurnished will likely get you rented out quicker. Being an independent landlord in London doesn't have to be stressful. With the right team in place and the right knowledge and the right tools, you can successfully look after and have your property managed from anywhere. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, and if it's your first time, to subscribe. And drop me a question if you have any below. Or reach out on WhatsApp. I can always be found on +44 770 318 3750. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.